Life is a long journey where we continuously chase after goals, success, and responsibilities. But as time goes by, the values of life begin to change. In the later stages of life, the question is no longer about how much you achieve, but what truly brings happiness and meaning. Instead of doing more, this is the time to do less, but live more deeply. This article will help you discover how to enjoy the simple things, let go of pressure, and live each moment to the fullest. Let's embark on a journey to rediscover freedom and joy in life through its core values. 1. A new journey. The beginning of a meaningful life. Chapter. As you enter a new phase of life, you may realize that many things that once mattered to you are no longer central. Instead, the values you once overlooked during the busy years of work and family now gradually become more important. Time, peace, meaningful relationships, and the present moment seem to take center stage. This is not just a time to slow down, but also a time to reflect and rediscover yourself. At this stage, you have the opportunity to look back on the road you have traveled with pride in your accomplishments, while also opening a new chapter with the freedom and opportunity to live more authentically than ever before. What truly makes you happy? What makes you feel fulfilled? This is the perfect time to ask these questions and explore the answers in your own way. Life is no longer a race against time or society. Instead, it is a journey toward serenity, balance, and inner satisfaction. Slowing down doesn't mean stopping. It means savoring each moment to feel every little detail of life that you may have missed before. 2. Doing less to achieve more. When we talk about doing less, many may think this equates to laziness or lack of responsibility. But the truth is quite the opposite. Doing less doesn't mean abandoning work or responsibilities. It's about making smarter choices regarding how to use your energy and time. This is the time when you can focus on what truly matters instead of continuing to spend time on things that are not essential. In fact, by doing less, you can concentrate on what is truly important. A life that isn't overwhelmed by a hectic schedule and unnecessary responsibilities allows you more space to enjoy life, take care of yourself, and connect with those you love. An example of slowing down might be spending more time on personal pleasures, such as reading, gardening, or simply sitting and enjoying nature. You can spend more time taking walks, enjoying a quiet morning, or even making time to do things you've missed in the busy years. The true value of doing less lies in your ability to invest more in relationships and activities that bring you joy and peace. You no longer have to chase the milestones society sets, but instead you can focus on nurturing yourself. 3. Time is the most precious asset. Throughout life, we are often caught up in accumulating assets, money, material things, fame, with the belief that these will bring happiness and well-being. But when you enter the later stages of life, a truth becomes clearer than ever. Time is the most precious asset. When you've accumulated enough to secure your life, you may realize that having more money can't buy more time. This becomes especially apparent when you begin to face the limitations of age. Time becomes more valuable than ever, and you start asking yourself, how should I use this time? Now, Instead of focusing on earning money, you can focus on using your time in the most meaningful way. Time spent with family, friends, or even time alone for reflection and rest is incredibly valuable. You can use your time to connect with those you care about, to pursue personal passions you once set aside, or simply to enjoy life in your own way. An example of investing time could be exploring new hobbies, such as learning an art form, participating in community activities, or simply sitting quietly in a park and observing the world around you. These activities not only bring joy, but also help you make the most of the time you have. 4. The freedom to redefine success. For much of life, society defines success through metrics like money, status, and power. But as you grow older, you gain the right to redefine success on your own terms. Success is no longer about reaching milestones set by society. It's about feeling content with your own life. At this stage, success might mean inner peace, deep connections with loved ones, and living in alignment with your values. You no longer have to compare yourself to others, but instead can focus on living a meaningful and happy life in your own way. Success now could be as simple as feeling satisfied with what you have. It may be small moments like a peaceful morning with a cup of coffee, an evening of meaningful conversation with a loved one, or a relaxed afternoon with a book you love. These moments hold immense value, but we often overlook them when we're too busy with work and life. True success is not about accumulation, but about enjoyment. It's about living true to what you believe in, doing what you love, and no longer worrying about whether you meet society's standards. 5. Shifting your perspective on work and its meaning. Work was once the center of life, where we invested most of our time and energy. However, as you enter the later stages of life, many realize that work is no longer everything. Work is not the sole definition of who we are. Many have retired or are considering reducing their workload to make time for other meaningful activities. This is the time to ask yourself, does work still play a central role in your life? Do you still want to fully dedicate yourself to your career, or is it time to invest more in other aspects of life? The answers to these questions vary from person to person. Some may choose to continue working because they love what they do, while others might step away from work to spend more time with family, friends, or personal passions. 6. The power of letting go. Learning to live in the present. As we enter the later chapters of life, many of us realize that life doesn't always go according to plan. For decades, we may have built plans and goals for the future, but reality often leads us down unexpected paths. However, instead of feeling disappointed or anxious about things not going as planned, this is the time to learn how to let go and embrace the present. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means accepting that not everything is within our control. Releasing expectations for the future frees up your energy, avoids negative emotions like disappointment, and opens space to welcome new opportunities. Sometimes, unexpected changes can bring joys and growth you never anticipated. When we let go of the need to control the future, we begin to understand that life is not a series of events we can tightly manage, but a journey full of surprises and opportunities. Instead of worrying about what will happen in 10 or 20 years, ask yourself, what can I do to make this moment more meaningful? An example of letting go might be that you had once planned for a long career, but now you realize that the joy in that work is no longer there. Instead of continuing down a path that no longer fits, you could choose to retire early or switch to other activities you enjoy more. This decision allows you to live more fully, free from the expectations of the past. Another aspect of letting go is accepting the limitations of age. As we grow older, our health and physical abilities may not be what they once were, but that doesn't mean we can't live joyfully and meaningfully. Letting go of the idea that we must maintain what we once did in youth helps us make the most of our current abilities, focusing on what we can do instead of what we can't. 7. Gratitude, the foundation for a fulfilled life. Gratitude isn't just a fleeting emotion. It's a practice that can change how we view life. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you realize that happiness doesn't lie in what we lack, but in what we already have. As we age, loss is inevitable. We may lose loved ones, health, or certain abilities we once had. But alongside these losses, there is still much to be grateful for. Gratitude can be cultivated through small daily actions. Each morning when you wake up, take a moment to reflect on the things you feel fortunate to have. It could be a beautiful morning, a cup of good coffee, or simply the opportunity to experience another day. These small things that you appreciate will gradually create a life filled with richness and meaning. Practicing gratitude not only makes us happier, but also improves our relationships and mental well-being. When we are grateful for our loved ones, we find it easier to forgive, connect more deeply, and experience relationships filled with love and empathy. Gratitude also helps us release worries about imperfections and focus on what brings us joy and peace. One way to cultivate gratitude is by keeping a daily journal. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. These don't have to be grand. Small joys like a compliment, a delicious meal, or the warmth of the sun are enough. Over time, this practice will change your perspective on life and help you live more positively. 8. Finding joy in simple things. In modern society, there's so much pressure to achieve more. More money, more accomplishments, more possessions. But as we enter the later years of life, one truth becomes clearer than ever. Joy doesn't necessarily come from grand things, but often lies in the simplest moments. Perhaps in your youth, you were busy chasing big goals, but now you can find joy in the small and simple moments of life. It might be a leisurely afternoon sitting under a tree, a morning walk in the park, or even just sitting quietly and listening to the birds. These simple joys, when noticed and appreciated, bring great peace and happiness. Why do simple things bring such joy? Because they don't demand effort from us, don't require us to achieve anything specific, and don't place unnecessary pressure on us. Simple things are moments where we can fully enjoy the present without worrying about the future or regretting the past. These are the moments where our souls can relax and be nourished. A concrete example is spending time in nature. Many studies have shown that spending time outdoors, in green spaces, positively impacts our mental and physical health. Try spending more time walking in the park, relaxing by a river, or even gardening at home. Nature connects us to something greater than ourselves and helps us feel more peaceful in life. 9. The meaning of presence. Living fully in each moment. One of the greatest lessons we learn as we age is the importance of presence. When we are young, we often get caught up in the flow of life, always worrying about what's next and what's already happened. But as time goes on, we begin to realize that the present moment is the only thing that truly exists. The past is gone. The future has not arrived. And the most important thing is that we live fully in the present. Living with presence means paying attention to each moment without letting our minds get carried away by unnecessary worries. When you are having a conversation with a friend, focus entirely on that conversation instead of thinking about what you need to do next. When you're enjoying a meal, savor each bite slowly and appreciate its flavor. Presence not only helps us feel happier, but also allows us to connect more deeply with those around us. Practicing presence can start with simple actions like breathing slowly and deeply, noticing your surroundings, and letting your mind relax. When you focus on the present, worries about the future or past gradually fade away, and you'll experience an inner peace you may have never felt before. Another way to practice presence is through meditation. Meditation not only calms the mind but also helps you focus on the present. Through daily meditation, you'll find that anxieties and stresses gradually lessen, and you'll begin to experience life with a more light-hearted and positive attitude. Life, whether short or long, is a meaningful journey if we know how to live fully and true to ourselves. As we enter the later years, instead of continuing to chase societal standards or the pressure of success, allow yourself to slow down. Be grateful for what you have, find joy in the simple things, and let go of expectations that no longer serve you. You've spent your life dedicated to work, to family, and to society. Now focus on what truly matters to you: your health, joy, peace, and meaningful relationships. Time is the most precious asset, and you absolutely deserve to enjoy every moment of it fully and comfortably. The next chapter of your journey is not a race anymore. It is time to enjoy, to relax, and to find freedom within yourself. You have the right to choose the life you want, one with fewer pressures and worries, but full of joy and meaning. This is the moment to truly live for yourself. Thank you for listening and sharing with me.